And they said the bathroom is in the back. And so he was like, I hear a ball back there bouncing. So what's back there? So he went back, he said, there's other kids playing that are not top recruits. He went back there and found Ja.
Is that right?
Never little wannabe gangster trying to play hard.
Welcome to MaXed, brought to you by Bovada, your #1 place of betting crypto. Not only can you bet in the NBA and the NFL, also your favorite movies and TV shows. Let's also not forget that Bovada offers absolutely the best online crypto casino available in the U.S. with over 300 games to play, including exclusive hot drops, jackpots, blackjacks, and slots. There are plenty of ways you can win big. There's also tons of online poker games and tournaments offering huge payouts won't find anywhere else. You can enjoy all this directly on your mobile phone, so what are you waiting for? Hey, y'all hear Mad Max? What are you waiting for? Come on, join in with Bovada and sign up today, Bovada.lv. Peace, Mad Max, I'm out. Hey, I got my man here, Popeye Jones, man. Love this guy, man. Played against, competed with him. We were supposed to play together in one. What team was that? But in Houston.
Yeah, 92.
And I got then, but it fell through, didn't work. But the way I like to start out my podcast is I just want you to tell old story you know about your old boy, man. Just give him something.
Like you said, I got drafted by the Houston Rockets in the second round in 1992, and they kind of already had their championship team together. So I was a second round pick, 41, and went to Houston after the draft. Got to meet Vern. We have the same agent.
Yeah,
so it was
right.
Went to dinner, hung out. But then, since I was a second round pick and they didn't have any money, they didn't want to offer me a guaranteed contract. So I went to Italy my rookie year and played over there. And then they traded my rights to Dallas and came back. But I always stayed in touch with Vern. Was always was really flattered about how hard he played, how much he cared for the game, man, how he competed. And it's good to be here with you today, man.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. Thanks. I'm glad to have you, man. Yeah. And then, now, I want to talk about your first 3 seasons, in Dallas. I want you to talk about that, man. When you came from overseas, you got your opportunity. Your first 3 seasons. Talk about your Dallas when you got. And they finally made it.
Right. Well, we were rebuilding, so it was the reason I got to go to Dallas is because they were in a rebuild mode, and I was young, and it was the perfect place to go. It was the perfect place to go and play and really learn the NBA game. I was one of the best rebounders, as you know,
that's right.
in the NCAA, and I got to the NBA, and it really translated, and I was able to rebound in the NBA and play defense, play hard, and do the hustle things. But we wasn't very good. Like I said, I was getting developed, and the thing you said, when you're developing, that means you're losing.
That's right. For real, that's right.
And but you guys were in Houston winning championships, and I guess a memory for me, because the Rockets drafted me, and you may not remember, we were playing you guys, and I had a tip in to win the game.
I remember.
And it was like, for me, it was like, okay, I'm proving to the Rockets that I could play, that they didn't give me a shot.
Some revenge.
Right, they didn't give me a shot.
Type shit.
But, watching your Rocket teams, man, as you know, and good friends with Mario Ellie, who's a good friend of yours, and him always working with him, coaching with him before in the past, him always telling stories about, how you guys came together and you guys were able to win championships, man. It was pretty cool.
That's right. That's what's up, man. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah. My God. Hey, and I want you to talk about this guy right here. It's crazy, man. This shit is crazy right here. Now, you're in Denver right now.
Yeah.
They saying y'all supposed to win the shit. I mean, you got the big guy, Jokic, man. Good God, man. You see, like we talked earlier, you saying you got a front row seat to this shit every night.
Man, that's just special shit what you getting to watch every night, man. He makes the game so easy.
Well, first of all, I'm blessed that Wes Unseld was on the staff there 2 years ago, and he got the Washington Wizards head job, and I was an assistant in Philly for Doc. And Michael Malone gave me a call and asked me, was I interested in coming over to Denver? And before he could say, was I interested, I said yes.
Right away.
But yeah, watching him, it's a beautiful art. The way he plays the game, man, the way he makes his teammates better. It's almost, to me, it's like how Dr. Naismith meant for the game to be played.
That's right.
With all 5 guys, man. If you talk to him about it, he'd rather make an assist than score. Even though we know he's averaging a triple-double this year, and everything we do, it runs through him. And one of the things we said, when the ball hits the top for him, and I was talking to you, everybody just move and cut and screen and play, and he's able to find you, and it's just a beautiful thing, like you said, to watch. And we're on a historic pace. To be the number 1 seed in the West. We're up by 5, 24 games to play. And he's on a historic place to win maybe his 3rd MVP, which he's averaging a triple-double right now. And we know that hasn't been done since Larry Bird.
Come on, man. It's got to be. Yeah, man.
And Coach Malone, just to him, for him to bring me into the fold, because all these guys have developed together. Jamal Murray, who's getting healthy, getting stronger. We're going to need him to win a championship. Michael Porter, who was there, and then of course Aaron Gordon, who they traded for. Tim Connelly was he first put this team together, but he left and went to Minnesota. He got a deal in Minnesota he couldn't refuse from A-Rod and the ownership.
It's a business.
Yeah,
it's a business.
Calvin Booth stepped up. He was the assistant GM. He went out and got Caldwell Pope, who I was telling you earlier, he reminds me of you. You need guys like that to win championships.
Solid as a rock.
Yeah, tough, solid guards, make shots.
Guard the toughest guard out there on the perimeter every night.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's who he is. And we're happy that the Lakers actually traded him to Washington, because we were able to get him from Washington. And he has championship experience.
Yeah.
And so it's great to have him in the fold. And we went and picked up Reggie Jackson, which another point guard, a veteran point guard that can come in and play backup men. And then Thomas Bryant, a young big that we needed, physical. And I talked to him. I said, we need physicality and toughness when Joker's on the bench.
Right.
I need you to rebound, play defense,
block shots.
Physical, block shots, and we're happy to add him. And we got our pieces in place, and hopefully we can finish healthy. You know that you won championship.
That's the key. At the late in the season, you better be healthy.
You better be healthy.
That's right. Yeah.
And so hopefully we can be healthy, and like you said, we do. We have a shot. We feel we have a shot.
Yeah. And what do you think about this here right here now? I have a problem with this shit. This damn time management shit. What the fuck is y'all doing, Popeye, with these damn kids? When we played, you showed me, we looked at some stuff today, man.
Right,
right before the show.
We did.
And you showed me a goddamn stat with John Stockton. Man, probably the first damn 10 years, he played 82 out of 82 games. You see that? I was like, what the heck? Nowadays, this is crazy. So talk about that. What are we doing now with the basketball game?
Well, I think that, as we all know, first of all, the medical profession, the advancement of it. If you look at NBA staffs now and the medical people that we have on staffs, and as much money as these guys are making now, that health is number one. We need them to be healthy, and we need longevity for them. If you're investing 5 years in a guy, I
got you. Yeah.
You want him to last 5 years, and especially if you're paying him anywhere from $30 to $50 million a year.
Yeah.
So I think the medical staffs, they have things where they wear, believe it or not, you wouldn't believe this, where they wear like monitors. And
I see this. Yeah.
In practice, and then the NBA has it in every NBA arenas where it's monitoring how fast they run, how many miles they run.
That's what I'm saying. Does that tell them how hard they plan?
Yes.
It tells you that too?
Yeah, but as you know, as coaches and you play, the eye test, I know.
I know if you're playing
I know
hard,
if you're playing hard, and I know if you need a rest.
Right, yeah.
You know, but you have these things, and we get all these reports with all these numbers after games, after practices. It's changed. It's a lot of analytical stuff now. The game has gone to it, but
numbers,
I think it's for the better. I think guys actually respect it. The guys know what their numbers are, and if you want the guy to sit out a game or two or whatever, you go to him and talk to him about him. We got, like you talked about, we got Joker, who's an old school guy. He doesn't want to play.
I could tell that.
He doesn't want to sit out a game. But we had a back-to-back, and I know the league, they do their best, but we had a back-to-back where we played at home on a Saturday night, and then we were playing in Minnesota the next night at 6 o'clock. You're losing an hour going to Minnesota because Denver, you know what I mean?
Right.
So the thing about it was, we were like, okay, he's going to have 22 hours. He doesn't need to come to Minnesota. We don't need to take that risk for him to play. So that's kind of what's going on in the NBA. And the first person to do it, and you know why? He did it because his team was old. It's Coach Popovich.
Yes. I mean, that's where it started.
That's where it started. And everybody started doing it after him. It's like, because Tim Duncan, as he got older, and Manu got older, and
David,
Tony Parker, but they were always ready for the playoffs, right?
That's what he did. He kept them ready for that's right. He kept them healthy and rested. That's right. You're right about that. So, and this is real big right here, man. I mean, I was talking to you about this, too, before the show. Man, Caleb and Seth, man. Them boys, man. Man, you a blessed man. Good God Almighty. I mean, this is amazing. Nobody never done this. I mean, you got two of your boys playing on the same damn hockey professional team.
Right, I know.
That shit is crazy. And they in, where, Dallas?
They're in Chicago.
Chicago Blackhawks. Well, damn, that is crazy. So talk about that, man. Your blessed boys.
Well, it's funny. I kind of come full circle with my career because I played in Denver back in 2000, and they wanted to play hockey, and I was like, hockey. Seth was like, I was like, what about basketball? We won't play hockey. He was like, well, our friends in school were playing hockey, and I was like, well, I don't know anything about hockey. But fortunately, I had access to the Colorado Avalanche players, and I was happened to run into Joe Sakic, who we know runs the Avalanche now, who's a Hall of Fame.
Was a Hall of Fame killer,
won Stanley Cups. And I asked Joe Sakic, and I said, my kids want to play hockey, but I don't know what to do. And he kind of looked at me, and I'm 6'8", and Joe Sakic's probably 5'11".
Right.
And he looked, he goes, you need to teach them how to skate. They're gonna be big. I'm looking at you. So when they were young kids, 5 years old, I got them a skating coach before they even played hockey, and the lady was a figure skating coach as well.
So Pop, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No,
so they asked you. They came to you and said, "Nah, we want to do hockey."
Yeah.
At that age, they didn't want no parts of the basketball.
Yeah, they didn't want no parts of it.
Okay, go ahead and finish telling
That's
your story. Go ahead.
Then,
I'm sorry.
And then Joe Sakic told me, and I got him a skating coach. We went to the store, and you probably don't know about this, but a lot of people do. I was shocked at how much I spent the first time I left the hockey store.
Oh, boy. Lord, I heard it's expensive.
With skates and sticks and equipment, and I was thinking that, well, maybe this is why a lot of kids don't like it. But I saw as they grew and they were playing, they got older, I saw the passion they had, man, for the sport. You can see, sometimes I would say, hey, man, put your hockey bag in the garage, man. Let's do something else. And they would mope around about a couple of weeks, man. And I was like, all right, I'll take you to the rink. And they would run in there, get their stuff, and they'd be ready to go. So I was like, okay, this is kind of, their path, whether, as you know, they were going to be professionals. That's not how we parent.
Right,
but you want them to play a sport, and they just kept running with it. And, man, it's a blessing. I tell you, the best blessing ever. And we know as basketball players, man, former players, we played in New York last year. And the next night, they was playing in Madison Square Garden. So I stayed over, man, and I sit there, and they started together on defense, man, in the Garden, man.
Seth Jones, we talked about his brother Caleb is on the other side, number 82.
That's a blessing. That's best place in the world to play.
Right, best place in the world. So that was really cool for me.
Okay, my last question for you. I want you to answer the top 5 players in the league right now that you think the top 5 players is.
Well, you know I'm gonna start with the
Jokic.
two-time MVP.
Jokic. I
We're
already
gonna
know
start
that.
with Joker.
Yeah.
We got to go Kevin Durant,
Okay.
and obviously we got to go with the King.
Okay.
And, his
already-
longevity, man.
And what he's still
unreal.
doing.
19 All-Star
Yeah.
games.
I mean,
man.
it's crazy. Come on, man.
Think about this. He broke Kareem's scoring record,
Yes.
and this weekend he's breaking Kareem's All-Star
All-Star
game record.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Think
See?
about that, man.
I didn't know that. That's
And
that's
then
big.
we got to go Kevin Durant, of course.
I'm like, okay.
And we talk about winning the finals. Him going to Phoenix.
Oh man, it's gonna be tough.
But
I
it's
don't
supposed
know.
to be tough, right?
Yeah. Well, when they get that late in the playoff, it's gonna be tough. I think y'all gonna see each other in that final of that Western Conference.
Right.
That's what it's gonna.
And
That'll be good.
Probably my 5th guy. I love my Murray State boy, Ja,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
put Murray State, but I can't go with Ja. I gotta go with Luka Doncic.
Oh Lord, yes. Oh my goodness. But talk about Ja though, for real though.
Yeah.
Because you was over there at Murray State, and talk about your time over there, and you know Ja.
Yes.
So talk about that a little bit too for me.
Well, it's funny. At first, I know the coach that found him, and so
Wow.
he was in South Carolina, and the assistant coach for Murray State was down at a kind of like, I guess, where kids pay money and college coaches come
in
and
to
watch
see him.
in the gym,
Right,
see him play.
right,
the
right,
top.
right.
So he had to go to the bathroom, which this is a crazy story. And they said the bathroom is in the back, and so he was like, I hear a ball back there bouncing. So what's back there? So he went back. He said, there's other kids playing that are not top recruits. He went back there and found Ja.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This
He
is crazy.
wasn't even playing with the main guys, man. So to all the kids out there, you never know, right?
You hear
got to
this.
work on your game.
Amen. That's right.
He showed up at the camp. They didn't put him with the main kids. He's in the back. Coach goes back there and finds him. They offer him a scholarship.
Wow.
And we know Murray State, smaller Division I school.
Right.
But his loyalty, because they offered him a scholarship before all the big schools jumped on him, said, hey, I'm coming to Murray, and getting him there and watching him, because yes, I did it. I was watching him as a freshman, super athlete, man. Always had the same athleticism, but what I see difference now, he has learned how to play the game.
That's right. Yes.
He
He's
was
a pro.
athletic, he could pass,
Yes.
but now he knows how to play the game.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
And
he's a pro.
I'm happy for him, but I
Yes.
still tell him though, I put Murray State on the map first. My number's in the Raptors
Okay,
before
that's right,
yours.
that's right.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
that's a good story.
At practice today, I got a picture with him for all the Murray State fans.
That's
you know,
right,
and say,
yeah,
hey,
that'd be
this is
good.
Racer Nation right
Yeah,
here.
that's right, that's
so,
right.
because as you know, Murray State, man, we're all about basketball.
Yeah,
Down there
of
in
course,
small.
yes.
It's Kentucky,
Yeah, no
bluegrass
doubt,
state.
yeah. And I give y'all young kids, y'all listen at this now. You ain't gotta go major D1. You can get it out the mud too, just like Ja did at Murray State.
Yeah,
It ain't the mud though. He's at a great university. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know what you're saying though. Smaller university.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, man, I really appreciate you, man, Popeye, for coming on my show, man, and doing this with me, taking the time out, All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
And, man, continue success. Stay a blessed man, good father. I know your family man.
Yep.
Oh wait, I got one more question.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Well, I want you to talk about the baby boy though. Come on, we gotta talk about the baby boy. We finna give you some love too. Talk about the baby boy, man.
Well, we all know that marriages can end; they don't last.
That's
so
right.
I remarried a girl from Iowa who played basketball at the University of Iowa. She's 6'2", and
Wow, that's high.
so we had a kid. We have a 3-year-old, and the other day, last week, he had to go to the doctor, and the doctor walked in and went, "Wow."
Giant.
Right. And on her side, she has 7-footers on her family, on her
Oh, my
mom's
goodness,
side.
wow.
And the doctor said, I had never seen anything like this at 3. Man, it's a blessing to have another boy. I don't know how to make girls, I guess.
But hey, man, it's good. It's easy. The boys are easy, boy. You know them girls, boy. Ooh, Lord, I got a couple of them.
Right.
It's rough, boy. It's tough, boy. But I mean, that's a blessing, man.
It is.
To be your lifestyle, man, your kids, man, and you had a great career.
Yeah.
I mean, so, man, I appreciate everything you said and just being about everything that's going on in your life, man.
Yeah, man.
So, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, thanks
Appreciate
for having
you
me
a lot.
on. Like I
Man,
told
that's
you,
love, though.
if we're in the finals, Bring the show to Denver.
I'm gonna bring the show to Denver. Hey, y'all hear it? Mad Max podcast, sponsored by Bovada. We're gonna be in Denver in the finals, cause I know they're gonna be there. I'm coming to see you, my brother.
Thanks,
you, man.
Yeah.
Never little wanna be gangster trying to play hard.